Do y'all think that Zach is being selfish? What are y'all thoughts? Coming down below. I seen some people having this discussion about whether or not Zach is being, selfish. And some people were saying he been selfish. He's been selfish the whole series. And matter of fact, he's been selfish his whole relationship with Fatima. I said, now y'all bring up some good points. Now they make you think, make you look back at previous seasons and wonder. But before we dive into that discussion, we got to talk about something Fatima said. Thankfully, there are people who upload the clips from the recent episodes so you can go back and look at it in case you missed anything. And something she said to Zach during that whole discussion, well, it wasn't much of a discussion because she didn't get to tell him about law school. But when she came downstairs and she seen all the tours and that he had took down her office space and everything, she was telling him, don't you think you taking this daddy thing a little too seriously? That's something I don't agree with. I don't think enough people take being a parent seriously. But I also want to address something that Zach said. He's like, Daddy of the Year. You see all this Daddy of the Year? And I feel like that mindset will lead you down the wrong path. I feel like there could have been a moment where she said, buying things doesn't make you a great parent, because he going to have to learn it. And then not to mention everything he's been through. I feel like Fatima is displaying, I don't know the right word I want to use, but remember when she got those pamphlets because she said she think he gonna need therapy and everything because of what he's been through. I feel like that's a good example of parenting. Yes, it's of course it's okay to buy things for your child, especially since he's coming to live with them full time now. He doesn't have any of those things. Of course, he's gonna need toys. I see the little learning, what they call that, the little board you write stuff on and stuff. So of course. But I hope that he understands that it takes more as a parent than just buying things. I'm talking like I got some kids, y'all. But from my experience, what I've seen. Another thing I want to address is I think I addressed this in the review. He was saying, what did he tell her when he get back? Something about making some organic food or whatever. And she's like, who said anything about me cooking? I said, see, look, they was just so focused on getting Michael out of that situation that it looks like they never even had a discussion about the roles each other's gonna play when it comes to taking care of Michael. Of course, it's a great thing that they got him out of that bad situation, but I feel like they should have had this discussion. Of course, you ain't gonna talk about everything, but look, they don't talk about nothing when you really look at their situation. And somebody brought that up. They don't think Zach is being selfish. They just think that they both need to learn how to communicate with each other. And I've been saying it. I said they definitely and. I told y'all, look, they need to learn how to communicate. I feel like she did try to tell him about law school, but I feel like, y'all know, on every show, every movie, right before they get ready to tell somebody something, they take all day with telling them. Then they get a phone call or somebody come in or something interrupts them or whatever. And I feel like that happened. She was about to tell him, and that's when Bryce called. Wasn't it the scene where he said he's about to go view properties or something, and she questioned him about it, and he's like, no, it's not even like that. Because wasn't it late at night or something like that? But yeah, do I think that Zach is being selfish in regards to wanting to take care of his kids? No. No, that's the kids. The way they saying it, look, the next episode 10, the name of it is going to be The Good Fight. They haven't released the synopsis yet. But if I'm not mistaken, didn't they release it, I don't want to say last Saturday or last Sunday. So it should be coming soon, y'all. So we'll know. Hopefully they give us a little hint as to what the DNA results said. But I doubt it. But do I think he being selfish for wanting to take care of his kids? No. Do I think he should have talked to her or they should have had this discussion about, the role they would play? And somebody also said, they said that Fatima was supposed to be in law school. And I was like, I don't remember. I feel like she definitely was talking about it, but I don't remember her actually being in law school. Was she? Did they ever mention that on Fatima or either sisters? But yeah, I was like, I know Zach's supposed to know about law school because I think he told her you're going to be a great lawyer one day. But they brought that up too. They was like, we going to know if he's selfish by the time she tells him. How he responds is going to tell us what we need to know. Some people feel like he's going to be encouraging, supportive, or whatever. Some people feel like he's going to have a fit and feel like he's already made up his mind about the role he wants her to play in Michael's life. Some people brought up, somebody said they bet he going to want her to leave her job. I don't know if I agree with that because, I feel like they've had this discussion about law school. Again, I will say talking about something before it happens is different than when it actually happens. And I feel like we seeing that with Fatima. Like, she said she was going to stick beside him. She been going through this whole Karen thing, Heather thing or whatever. But now that it's time and she actually got accepted into law school, we finna get ready to see. I feel like she's definitely going to stick around, obviously. And that's another thing. I brought that up already, but they feel like we finna get ready to see, if Zach is actually selfish because we've seen her support him their whole relationship. That's what it was. They said Zach is being selfish the whole relationship. The whole relationship has been about Zach. I said, y'all bring up some good points, cause when you think about it, it's kind of true. I don't want to fully say it's true. I had to delete a part, y'all, but I don't want to fully say it's true yet. I say it's partially true because we seem to be about Karen, Heather, Michael, Zach, and we see her stick beside him, and we seeing that it's been becoming overwhelming for her or whatever. But I don't know. I feel like whoever said that about they need to communicate. Well, a lot of people been saying it, but I'm talking about that whole discussion they was having over on, I think it was Facebook or either Instagram, one of them. And we've been talking about that anyways, that they need to learn how to communicate with each other. Look, and that's why I said put a pause on the whole wedding thing. But yeah, I don't feel like he's taking it too seriously, especially when we think about everything that he's been through. I want to see what Fatima, what's her background, what's her story. But what are y'all thoughts? Do y'all think that Zach is being selfish in regards to last week's episode, well, Wednesday's episode? Do y'all think the whole relationship has been about Zach instead of Zach and Fatima? Do y'all think they need to learn how to communicate with each other? Look, there's so many questions. It's another thing I had to ask y'all. I feel like assuming that she's gonna do this role and do that role instead of talking to her about it. As far as also, look, some people was mad. They like he was so that the main thing that they were saying that he was selfish about was about buying all those toys for his son and replacing her desktop and all that. I say with that he should have had I about to say had a communication. Had a conversation with her and they should have communicated about it before he went doing that. Especially she said what she said, how I supposed to sign legal documents with this. I don't know if it was a crayon or a marker or what, and she threw it. Look, I feel like again, they always do that right before they tell somebody something. And then if they don't talk now, it's gonna become, oh, you can tell Angie, but you can't tell me. You can tell Angela, but you can't tell me. That's what it becomes. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Let me know y'all thoughts down below. Stay tuned for the next video. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the day and be safe.